Uh, in this class, we are going to learn how to solve the university questions of standard costing. So let us go for the first university question of standard costing, October 2013. Let us try to understand this question. From the following information, calculate first material usage variance, second material price variance, third labor efficiency variance, fourth labor rate variance. So these are the four things which we will have to calculate. The information which is given to us is standard for 10 units of product Y, materials 80 kgs at the rate of rupees 25 per kg, labor 200 hours at 2.5 per hour. Actual information for 2000 units of product Y, material 15,680 kgs at the rate of rupees 28 per kg, labor rupees 1,02,960, rate of labor per hour rupees 2.60. I hope you must be having this question with you. So let us start solving this. But before this, you should know the formula for all these variances. Material usage variance. What is the formula for material usage variance? This is not the formula for material usage variance. Yeah. Do you know the formula for this thing? Because until and unless we know the formula, we won't be able to solve this question. If you don't know, then I'll tell you. Yes, very good. Standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. So this is the formula for material usage variance. Material price variance, standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. Very good. Then the third one is labor efficiency variance. The formula will be standard hour minus actual hour into standard rate. Labor rate variance, standard rate minus actual rate into actual hour. Yes, so let us start. Before solving this, let us prepare two table. Let us prepare a table. standard for actual output. This is the heading of the first table, standard for actual output. Now in this we are going to have, we'll prepare 3 columns. Particular, standard, prepare along with me, standard unit, standard price, or you can say standard rate, standard cost. Okay, now this thing this becomes our heading. Now in particular column, first we will take is material. We want standard unit for actual output. Right now if you see the question, what is given in the question? Standard for 10 unit of product Y, material is 80 kg. For 10 unit of product Y, material is 80 kg, but the actual output is 2000 unit. So we cannot compare, actually speaking, we cannot compare 2000 unit with 10 unit. This information is the standard information of 10 unit and the actual output is of 2000 unit. You cannot compare this actual with the standard. So what we will have to do, we will have to convert this standard unit into actual as per actual output. Now how to convert that? For 10 unit material required is 80 kg. For 10 unit material required is 80 kg. So for 2000 unit it will be how much? So we will have to do the cross multiplication. Very good, 16,000 kg. So we will have to do the cross multiplication. So as you said, we got 16,000. 16,000 is the right answer. So let us write here 16,000 kg. Standard rate is standard rate of material is 25 per kg. So standard rate we will say in rupees. Okay, so standard rate will be 25. Okay, now if we want standard cost, how we will get standard cost? We'll have to just multiply 16,000 25 with 16,000. Very good, 4 lakhs. So our standard cost will be 4 lakhs. Again we will write in the bracket of standard cost that this amount is in rupees. Same way we will have to calculate for labor also. Labor, calculate and tell me cross multiplication. For 10 unit they are saying 200 hours. So for 2000 unit it will be how many hours? We are trying to calculate standard unit for actual output. For 10 unit labor hour is 200. So for 2000 unit it will be how much? Cross multiply and tell me how much you are getting. We'll have to just do the cross multiplication similar to material as we did for material. So let me show you. For 10 unit 200 hours. So for 2000 unit how much are? You will have to do the cross multiplication. So if we do this cross multiplication we will get, let me see, 2000 into 200 divided by 10. That will give you how much are you getting, Lakshmi? Yes, 40,000 hours. So let us write here 40,000 hours, and the standard rate for labor is 2.5 per hour. So our standard cost for labor will be 40,000 into 2.5. I hope you are getting 1 lakh. Okay, so this is the table that we have. Now what we will have to do, we'll just take the total of this. So total cost we can say is 5 lakhs. Okay, now in the same manner we will have to prepare actual unit for actual output. So let us prepare that as well. What I can do, so let us prepare actual unit for actual output. All the information is already given. Actual material is 15,680 kgs and actual rate is 28. So if you multiply that 15,680 into 28 will give you 4,39,040. Same way, let us write for labor as well. But in case of labor, if you see, total cost is given. So the labor standard cost, let us modify this, all this thing, actual unit actual rate and actual cost. Labor, the actual cost is 1,02,960. Actual cost is given, the rate per hour is given, a rate of labor per hour is 2.60. So I think we can find actual hours. We'll have to divide 1,02,960 divided by 2.60. So actual hours will be 39,600. So this was our balancing figure. This is not the exact answer, but still to make you understand. What was given in the question was this, total cost, actual cost. Then we divided 2.60, we got actual hours. So by this, one thing is left in this is we'll have to change the total. Calculate and tell me the total actual cost. So the total actual cost will be 4,39,040 plus 1,02,960, 5,42,000. I think you're getting same, 5,42,000. Okay, now once your table is ready, it becomes very easy for you to solve. Okay, so it is very important to prepare this table first and then solve the answer for standard costing. Now what is the first thing that we'll have to solve is material usage variance. So let us solve material usage variance first. First, material usage variance. And again, In exam, short forms are not allowed. You will have to write the full form. Material usage variance is equal to standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price, or you can say standard rate. Standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. So let us try to solve this. Standard quantity of material is 16,000 kg. So 16,000 minus actual quantity 15,680 into standard price. Standard price is 25. So if we solve this, we will get 16,000 minus 15,680 that is equal to 320. So it will be 320 into 25. So that will give you correct 8,000. 8,000 So this is favorable or adverse? Very good. If you get positive answer, it is favorable. If you get negative answer, it is adverse. So let us write favorable in front of 8,000. Okay, so this was material usage variance. We will circle this answer. We got material usage variance as 8,000 favorable. Now what is the next thing that we will have to calculate? We have to calculate material price variance. So let us calculate that as well. Material price variance. Second. Material price variance. Formula for material price variance is equal to, as you said, standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. So let us try to solve this. We'll have to put the value. Standard price for material is 25 minus actual price for material is 28 into actual quantity. Actual quantity of material is 15,680. So let us try to solve. Therefore 25 minus 28 will give you minus 3. Minus 3 into 15,680, that is equal to, into 15,680, correct, 47,040 adverse. So we will write 47,040 and in bracket adverse. Again we will circle this because this is again an answer for us, the second answer which we got. Okay, now what is the next thing that we will have to calculate is labor efficiency variance. So let us calculate labor efficiency variance. Finding little interesting, labor efficiency variance. Third, labor efficiency variance. So the formula for labor efficiency variance is very good, standard hour minus actual hour into standard. You cannot say price here because labor cannot go with price. Labor always go with rate, labor hour rate. So instead of standard price you will say standard rate. For material you can say price, but for this thing labor always use standard rate, rate per hour. Okay, so this is the formula that we have. Now let us put the value. Standard hour, standard hour, standard hour, standard hour, 40,000. So 40,000 minus actual hour 39,600 into standard rate, standard rate, standard rate 2.5, 2.5. So that will give you, therefore 40,000 minus 39,600 will give you 400. 400 into 2.5, that is equal to 400 into 2.5 will give you 1,000. 1,000. This is favorable or adverse? It will be favorable. One thing I forgot to record here is what exactly we are getting all this thing. We are getting all the answers in rupees. So we will have to mention rupees in each and every answer. Rupees 1,000. Now here also let me modify the answer which we got, otherwise we will lose marks. So we are done. We have modified all those things. Now the last thing that we will have to calculate is labor rate variance. So let us complete that as well. Fourth, labor rate variance. and the formula for labor rate variance is standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. So let us calculate this. Standard rate is 2.5 minus actual rate is 2.6 into actual hour is 39,600. So that is equal to 2.5 minus 2.6 will give you minus 0.1 into 39,600. So we will get rupees 3,960, and we will say this as adverse. So I hope you have understood this question. This was asked in October 2013. So these are the things which we were supposed to calculate. Now let us go for the next question. Next year, March 2013. Let us understand this question. Standard for a unit of production. That means this information is standard information. Material 2 kg. Now what is important over here is A unit. A unit indicates 1 unit. This A unit indicates 1 unit. Material 2 kg at the rate of rupees 5 per kg. Labor 4 hours at the rate of rupees 6 per hour. Actual production 4 lakh units. Actual material used 7,90,000 kgs. Actual hour worked 15,80,000 hours. Actual rate for material rupees 5.20 per kg, and for labor it is 6.40 per hour. Calculate first material cost variance, material usage variance, third labor rate variance, and labor efficiency variance. Now this time we have to calculate material cost variance. So let us start solving this question. First we will prepare the table. Standard unit for actual output and actual unit for actual output. Material standard unit. Material, they are saying for 1 unit it is 2 kg. Our actual production is 4 lakh unit. Do the cross multiplication and tell me standard unit for actual output. For 1 unit it is 2 kg. You can see, for 1 unit it is 2 kg. So for 4 lakh unit it will be how much? So let us try to calculate. For 1 unit 2 kg. So for 4 lakh unit it will be how much? Correct, 8 lakhs. So let us record here. lakh kgs, and standard rate is 5 per kg. So our standard cost will be 8 lakh into 5, which will give you 40 lakhs. Yes, so as you said, rupees we will mention on the top. Standard rate is in rupees and standard cost is also in rupees. Now let us calculate for labor. Tell me standard unit for labor. For 1 unit 4 hour. So for 4 lakh unit it will be 4 4s are 16. Are you getting 16 lakh hours? Cross multiplication for 1 unit it was 4 hours. So for 4 lakh unit we have done cross multiplication. 4 lakh into 4 we got 16 lakhs. Standard rate for labor is 6 per hour. So 16 lakh into 6 will give you 96 lakhs. Let us do the total. So we will say Total cost 40 plus 96, 1 crore 36 lakhs. Now let us prepare actual unit for actual output. The table for actual unit particular actual unit, actual rate, which will be in rupees, actual cost, which will again be in rupees. Material, actual it is how much? Material 7,90,000 kg. If you see the question, you will get the information from there. 7,90,000 kgs. Actual rate for material is 5.20 per kg. So let us calculate actual cost. 7,90,000 into 5.2 . 41,08,000, correct. 41,08,000. Labor 15,80,000. Actual rate 6.40. Let us take the total. One crore, 1 lakh, 1 crore, 1 lakh, 12,000. I hope you are getting this. 1 crore, 1 lakh, 12,000. 15,80,000 into 6.4. Yes. Now let us take the total. $41,08,000. Yes, you are correct. 1 crore 42,20,000. So we will say total cost as 1 crore 42,22,000. Now 90% of our problem is solved here only. 90% of problem. The only 10% is you will have to write the formula and you will have to put the value, nothing else. And if you prepare the table, then chances of error is very less. Chances of doing mistake in the exam is very less if you prepare the table and then solve. It takes little time to prepare table, but accuracy will be there. So now let us start the first part which we have to solve. The first thing that we will have to solve is material cost variance. A very simple formula for material cost variance, that is equal to, there are ways to see, you can say standard quantity into standard rate minus actual quantity into actual rate. Otherwise directly you take na standard cost minus actual cost. So the formula will be standard cost minus actual cost. Very simple, because already we have calculated both. Standard cost of material is how much? Standard cost of material is 40 lakhs. Minus actual cost 41 lakh 8,000. So that will give us, that is equal to 1 lakh 8,000, and this is negative. So we will say adverse. So the first thing which we calculated is material cost variance. Now let us circle this. Material cost variance. Now the second thing that we will have to calculate is material usage variance. Second, material usage variance. So material usage variance, the formula is standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. So let us put the value. Standard quantity is 8 lakhs. Minus actual quantity is 7,90,000 into standard price. Standard price is 5. So that is equal to 10,000 into 5, which will give you rupees 50,000, and this is positive, so we are saying favorable. Again, I forgot to write rupees here, so I am rectifying that. Now let us calculate the third part. Before that, let us circle it. Circle the second answer. We will calculate the third part. The third thing that we will have to calculate is labor rate variance. So the formula for labor rate variance is equal to standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Let us put the value. Standard rate is standard rate for labor is 6. Minus actual rate is 6.40 into actual hour. Actual hour is 15,80,000. So if we solve this, we will get minus 0.40 into 15,80,000. That is equal to, so suppose if we multiply 15,80,000 into minus 0.40 minus 6,32,000. I hope you are getting this. Yes, correct. 6,32,000. So we will write rupees 6,32,000. Very good. Adverse. Circle the answer. We will solve the fourth part. Fourth, labor efficiency variance. So let us write the formula for labor efficiency variance. Labor efficiency variance is equal to standard hour minus actual hour into standard rate. Put the value. Standard hour kitna? Standard hour 16 lakhs. 16 lakhs. Minus actual hours. Actual hour is 15,80,000 into standard rate. Standard rate is 6. So if we calculate this, we will get 20,000 into 6. So that will give you rupees correct, rupees 1,20,000, and this is favorable. So successfully we were able to solve the question of March 2013. Now let us go for the next one. March 2007. Let us try to understand this question. Calculate material and labor variances from the following data. Standard per unit. Material 6 kg at the rate of rupees 4 per kg. Labor 4 hours at the rate of rupees 4 per hour. Actual production for the month is 12,500 units. Actual material price per kg rupees 4.50. Material used during the month is 78,000 kg. Direct labor hour worked 48,000 hours. Actual wage rate per hour rupees 3.50. See, if you don't prepare table, this question is little confusing because you will get confused. What is your standard rate? What is your actual rate? Standard hour, actual hour? It's better to prepare table. So let us prepare table. Okay. Materials. Standard unit. For 1 unit it is 6 kg. So for 12,500 unit it will be how much? So 12,500 into 6. Are you getting 75,000? 75,000 kgs. Standard rate will be 4 per kg. So standard cost will be 75,000 into 4. Yes, 3 lakhs. Labor for 1 unit 4 hours, so for 12,500 units it will be 12,500 into 4, 50,000 hours. And standard rate, labor rate is again 4 per hour, so your standard cost will be 50,000 into 4, which will give you rupees 2 lakhs. So we will say total cost as 5 lakhs. Now we'll go for actual unit for actual production. Particular actual unit actual rate in rupees actual cost again in rupees. Materials actual unit is actual material is how much? 78,000 kg. If you read the question, 78,000 kgs. Actual rate is 4.50 per kg. So your actual cost will be 78,000 into 4.5, 3,51,000 rupees, 3,51,000. Labor, actual labor 48,000 hours. Actual rate is 3.50. So 48,000 into 3.5 will give you 1,68,000. You are correct. You are very much correct. Rupees 1,68,000. So now we will say total cost is 5 lakh, yes, 5,19,000. So we completed table. 90% of problem is solved. Now only 10% left. So let us start solving one by one. Now which all variances we will have to calculate? We will have to calculate material and labor variance. They have not specified under material variance which variance you will have to calculate, whether material usage variance, material cost variance, or material price variance. And in labor also same way, they are not specifying which variance actually you will have to calculate under labor variance, whether it is labor cost variance, labor rate variance, or labor efficiency variance. If nothing is given, we will have to calculate all the three for material, all the three for labor. So let us start for material first. Material cost variance. MCV, that is material cost variance, is equal to standard cost. We will say standard cost minus actual cost. So that is equal to, our standard cost for material is how much? Standard cost for material is 3 lakhs. Minus actual cost for material is how much? 3,51,000. So that is equal to negative minus 51,000. So we will say rupees 51,000. Correct. You are correct. 51,000 adverse. So let us circle this. We'll go for the second one. The second one is material usage variance. So let us calculate material usage variance. The formula for material usage variance is standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price, or you can say standard rate. It's better to use the term called standard price rather than standard rate, because materials we say price rather than rate. Okay, so let us put the value. Standard quantity for material is 75,000 minus actual quantity is 78,000 into standard price is 4. So minus 3,000 into 4 will give you rupees 12,000 adverse. Now we will go for the third one. Material price variance. So we will say MPV, that is material price variance, is equal to standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. put the value. Standard price is 4 minus actual price is 4.5 into actual quantity is 78,000. So if we solve this, we will get 4.5 minus 0.5 into 78,000. So that will give you 78,000 into 0.5. 39,000 adverse. Very good. Rupees 39,000 adverse. Excellent. Now let us go for the next one. Materials are over. Now we'll go for the we can actually do one thing. You can do verification. How? Material cost variance is equal to material usage variance plus material price variance. So if you solve this, by solving this you can verify whether you're correct or whether you're wrong. Material cost variance is 51,000 adverse. So 51,000 adverse is equal to material usage variance. Usage variance is 12,000 adverse plus material price variance is 39,000 adverse. So if you solve this, you will get 51,000 adverse is equal to 12,000 adverse plus 39,000 adverse. Again you will get 51,000 adverse. This is how you can verify whether you are correct, whether you are right or wrong. So we can say now we are going on a right direction. Okay. Now let us solve the fourth part. Fourth. Labor cost variance, and the formula is standard cost minus actual cost. So very less time left to class get over. In 4 minutes our class will get over, and I won't be able to extend the same. Okay, let us continue. Standard cost. What is the standard cost for labor? Labor cost, standard cost is 2 lakh minus 1,68,000. So 2 lakh minus 1,68,000, you are getting 19,000 is wrong. Let me calculate. 2 lakh minus 1,68,000, 32,000 rupees, 32,000 favorable. Let us solve the next one, fifth part. Labor efficiency variance. The formula will be standard hour minus actual hour into standard rate. So that is equal to standard hour. Now we will have to see standard hour. Standard hour 4 minus 3.5. 4 minus 3.5 into it's mistake. We want standard hour. So standard hour is 50,000 and 48,000. 50,000 minus 48,000 into standard rate is 4. So that will give you 2,000 into 4. So that is equal to 8,000, correct. So we will say rupees 8,000 favorable. You are absolutely right. 8,000 is the right answer. Same way, let us calculate the last part as well. Sixth, labor rate variance. So labor rate variance is equal to standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. We'll have to just put the value in this